சிவ சிவ திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். ஒரு மணத்தை சீதைவு செய்து வல்வழக்கு இட்டு ஆட்கொண்ட உவனை கொண்டே இருமணத்தை கொண்டருளி பணி கொண்ட வல்லாளன் எல்லாம் உய்ய பெருமானச் சீர் திருத்தொண்ட தொகை விரித்த பேரருளின் பெருமாள் என்றும் திருமண கோல பெருமாள் மறை பெருமாள் எமது குலதெய்வமாமா. சிவ சிவ திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். In today's lesson, we are going to talk about song number 15 from Unmai Vilakkam. Song number 15 goes as வாக்கு ஆகாயம் இடமா வந்து வசனிக்கும் கால் போக்காரும் காற்றிடமாய் புல்கி அனல் ஏற்கும் இடும் கை குதம் நீர் இடமா மலாதி விடும் பார் இடம் உபத்தம் விந்து. In today's lesson, again we are going to talk about 100% science, especially biology. Okay, now let's look at the 5 organs which helps in our day-to-day activities. Just as a recap from the earlier song, we said it is mouth, legs, hands, excretory system and the reproductive system. And in today's song, the Guru is actually explaining what are the elements, the 5 elements that is needed in order for these 5 functions, these 5 organs to function properly. So let's look at the first one, which is our mouth. For mouth to perform its action of speaking, it needs to have space. Just imagine the way how our mouth is. There is a space. Without this space, if something happens to this space, we won't be able to utter a single word. Example, you can try this out. You can have a mouthful of a drink or a food or something and then try to talk. We won't be able to do that because the space is missing, and space is very, very important for the sound to come out. That's why mouth performs its action of speaking by way of space, or space is used as a catalyst. The second organ that we are going to talk about is legs. Legs uses air as a very important element for its movements. For us to walk, for us to sit down, stand up, whatever it is, activities of the leg is performed based on air. Too much of windy food when we take, you can know that there will be a gout issue. We won't be able to walk. If the air is missing, we get into arthritis issues. Too much of uric acid, so the air is missing there, and that's why we get arthritis. We are seeing it today. Scientifically, all these are being proven. And we are talking about these books which was given to us by, almost like 11th century and 9th century. See what kind of a scientific knowledge our people had. It's actually mesmerizing to understand this. So, the legs can perform properly, in other words, can walk properly only if there is air. In a vacuum environment, people cannot walk. This was also proven. For example, when a person went to moon, Armstrong, when he went to moon, the way how he was jumping from one step to another because of the air, the density of the air rather. The third one is hands. Hands can perform its activity only with the help of fire. Without heat, our hands will be numb. Hands cannot move. Actually, having said this, if we look at the Tamil tradition those days, If someone is lying, right? Let's say that someone is cheating or lying. Immediately, the people, the panchayat board or whoever it is, right? They will immediately come together and they'll say, okay, now I'll put a towel. You promise and you cross across the towel, which means in your body there is air. When you are crossing, you're promising on that air. And if it is a false promise, air will do its duty. I don't need to punish you. Same ways they will say, they will light a camphor and they will say, okay, can you please touch this camphor with your own hands and promise? Because it's a fire. Fire is, your hands are activated based on fire. When you touch and you promise, let's imagine it's a false promise, immediately the fire will take control of your body because it's a fire. So those days, people did not talk about anything and everything. They did not have lie detectors. They never even wanted a lie detector. The reason is they were 100% relying on the natural elements that was around us. So when we cross a towel and make a false promise, the air will take care. Immediately the person cannot walk. They will have stroke or something of the other. Same ways, when they are touching a camphor and they are making a promise, the lighted camphor, they are making a promise against the fire, which is very important for their hands to move. Our tradition was very, very rich. This actually is talking about that as well. And the fourth organ that we are going to talk about is our excretory system. And water is a primary element for that. You see, when we are struggling with constipation, or nowadays we have this common problem, UTI, right? Urinary tract infection. Whenever we talk about UTI, or we are having an issue with even diarrhea or constipation, immediately people around us will say, did you drink water properly? The first thing they will ask is, go and drink water, everything will be sorted out. Due to some reason, you're not able to drink proper water, and that day evening you will have all these issues. Your UTIs will start, next day constipation and everything will start because of lack of water. And in this, the fourth organ functions based on water. The Guru is clearly stating that water is needed for the excretionary system to work properly. And the last one is the reproductive system. For reproduction organs to work properly, we need to have the earth element. Earth element is absolutely important for the reproductive system to work properly. That is the reason those days they said when you are getting married, newly married and all these, they usually give a lot of food which is rich in carbohydrates. The reason is it will enhance the reproductive system. But nowadays we are just, the science is growing in one angle. But again, if we have a deeper thought about it, are we really growing anywhere? Actually, it's a bit doubtful. But you see, those days our elders had lived a life which is called as a natural life. That is what we should be calling it as an organic life. That is what real organic life means, not the one that we are living. At least, just do a self-analysis and we will know, are we really living the life that we are supposed to live, right? So, coming back, with this song, we are completing the 20 of the Tattvam from the 36 Tattvam. Until this 20, it is all visible or tangible in nature. Either you can see or you can feel it. But the next one that we are going to talk about is all intangible in nature. So let's talk about it tomorrow. Siva Siva Tiruchitrambalam.